Of the District 3 congressional primary Republican candidates, and to my knowledge we have 3 of them here today. I don't think Representative Cliff Stearns, our sitting congressman, is here. I guess he's in Washington doing the people's business, but I'd like to introduce a man right now, Ted Yoho. I was going to give him a big introduction, but by the hand he's getting, I don't think he needs it. So, Ted Yoho.
Thank you, Alan. What do you think? Better with the hat on or off? Wow. Hello, everybody. I'm excited to be here, and I know you are too. My name is Ted Yoho, and I'm running for the U.S. Congress in the 3rd Congressional District of North Central Florida. And I'm running because, just like a lot of you, I've had enough. How about you guys? I've had enough of Washington standing in the way of job creation. I've had enough of the politicians undermining the Constitution, our Constitution. And I've had enough of the career politicians who've created this mess, failing to take responsibility for it, and then they insist they're the only ones who can get us out of this. And I don't buy that anymore. What about you guys? A little bit about myself. I'm a family man, I'm a large animal veterinarian, and a business owner. My wife Carolyn of 37 years is over here. And we're the proud parents of 3 children. Our oldest is actively serving our country in the Coast Guard. Thank you. How many veterans and spouses of veterans are out here? Raise your hand, please. Thank you, and God bless you, because without you, this flag would not stand and represent what it represents. And so, thank you guys. And I want to ask you a question. How many of you entered the military to fight or serve our country to preserve socialism? Nobody, right? This election is coming down in 2012. This election is coming down to stop socialism, probably more than anything else. And we've got a lot of problems facing our nation, but we've got to stop that. And a line will be drawn. We'll either continue to be the constitutional republic that you people serve for, to preserve our nation's freedoms and our liberties, or not. And I know which way you guys are going to vote, right? As a veterinarian and as a business owner, I feel I have a different perspective than the career politicians. And unlike the entrenched politician, I've been in the trenches just like you guys have been for the last 30 years. And we've been working out there. And like too many Americans, we've been on the receiving end of the rules, the regulations, and the mandates, and the tax structure that comes out, and often garbage legislation that affects us. And I've been fortunate in that I've been both the employer and the employee, and I remember how it feels to sign both sides of a paycheck, and I think they forgot that in Washington. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
It's these experiences that have allowed Carolyn and I to go out and achieve, just like a lot of you here, that thing we call the American dream. And it's sad because I'll talk to some people and they'll say, well, the American dream is a bygone era. The American dream is gone. What do you guys think? No. You guys are good. A lot of people will put heck no in front of it or something similar to that. The American dream is what defines our country. It is the very essence of what America is. It says that you can do and become whatever you want to in this country, provided you stay within the parameters of the law, and you do that 4-letter word. Work. Thank you. You guys know that because it's an opportunity that's there for everybody. But they forget that in Washington. The American dream in this country, however, is under attack. There's 3 essential elements that are necessary for anybody to achieve the American dream. The first thing you need to have is an efficient government. And I'm going to ask you right now, do you feel your government's efficient at what it does? No. Heck no again. We need a government that is efficient, that doesn't overburden us with rules, regulations, mandates, and taxes. We need a government that will protect not only state rights, but our individual rights, and we're seeing them fade away a little bit at a time. Over time, they're just going away. And we need to make sure that the people that we elect will not only protect the Constitution, they'll adhere to it, and they'll revere that document, because that document is what's gotten us here today, that's given us our liberties, and we have to maintain that. Second thing we need to have is strong national security. Do you guys feel safer today in America than you did 4 years ago? No. Again, I hear that over and over again. Why is that? Right now we face an immigration crisis that's gone on for 30 years too long. Our foreign policy has weakened us around the world. We lack energy independence despite the amount of natural resources we have in this country, and there's no excuse for that. What do you think? However, the biggest threat to our national security is our debt. It comes out of Washington. It doesn't come across from over the seas. At the end of this year, we're going to be real close to $16 trillion in debt. It's killing us. And the only way we're going to get that under control is to have a growing economy. Yes. How's the economy growing where you're at? No. The only way we're going to have a growing economy is to get Washington out of the way of business so that business can do what they do best. Yes. They create jobs and they grow the economy. What Washington has done is they've created a climate of confusion where in reality Washington should be creating an environment of certainty. And I say let's start with a dose of common sense. The first thing we need to do is 100% repeal Obamacare, defund it, and bury it so that kind of legislation never raises its ugly head again. Next thing we need to do is take a scalpel to the burdensome rules, regulations, and mandates that are stifling businesses and killing jobs. Finally, we need to simplify our tax code. I support the fair tax. Anybody else? Now, these problems that we have in this country, they did not happen in the last 2 to 3 years. This has been an accumulation over the last 25 to 30 years from a lack of leadership in Washington. What we need right now is not to return another entrenched politician or bureaucrat back to Washington. Is that fair? Yeah. We need somebody that's not just another vote or another voice up there, but we need somebody that's a strong voice, somebody that's going to stand up and raise their hand and say, no sir, Mr. President, that's not where we're going in this country. And if you guys have had enough, and you feel like I do, then I'm going to ask you to stand with us. Join us in this fight. Stand with us in this cause to preserve America's freedoms and futures, not just for this generation, but for future generations. Go to my website, it's tedyoho.com. Get involved in our campaign. We have got a fight to do between now and August 14th. We've got a lot of momentum, and I want you guys to be part of that team so that we can claim America again and put America back to work and get the career politicians out of here, have a retirement party. God bless you and God bless America. Thank you all. Thank you, Alan. I'm good. Here.